because about explaining the different stretching and the two on the waltz, right? So let's go.
So when you're dancing your waltz, we were saying that if you keep your back foot longer back and you stretch the upper body into like a rhythm, like you're gonna go out of your way and then the foot catches, you're gonna get a longer step.
Well,
Plus
yeah,
you won't pull out.
what I said is your head has to be forward and your ribs and your body.
yes.
But then the trick is, how do you not fall out? Your butt and your ankles.
Yeah, but
Your ankle, you have strong ankles holding you and your butt.
Yes.
Otherwise, it can't be possible. And so that's a very important thing.
That's when you're standing.
Yes. So that happened about 20 times today, that step. I mean, right? It's a very common step.
It's a really common.
And now another step that's very common is this back thing, the other half of the twinkle. No. I want to go back to this step after the twinkle, because that's an even harder step, actually.
So
Because
you're here.
so that's your step going forward. That's hard enough. Now you have to go
Now
backwards.
you need to go back. The foot has to reach first. The foot goes first, not the head.
Yeah,
Foot
but
reaches first.
yeah, but I was doing a strange thing sometimes where I'm like doing this, like reaching. You still have to sort of pass your foot, pass your leg.
Of course
So otherwise, it look very strange.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
go underneath.
Yes,
to
and get that
past,
and really
then
go.
You're
Yeah.
right.
So that's very important on the back step.
then
Now this I was going way back with you. I have to keep my head forward. It's the same as like the twinkle. Head forward
You're arching
and
your back.
and keep my frame, but keep my head forward and this. And again,
Yes.
that has to be what it is.
Don't
Now,
arch through your back.
right now
Get
the
on
next
top of your feet.
now the next thing is I'm not grounded enough coming
And
out.
now
I'm
when
kind of
you're
floating.
coming out, you don't push into
Yeah.
the standing foot and
Yes.
keep your heel down. long
The
enough.
heel's got to be down much more grounded,
Otherwise you release
and
automatically.
I have to get more distance that way.
Yeah. So if we keep it down, then you release. You're gonna have more
Yes.
stretch.
Right.
Then you're gonna go into
Well, this is
in
diagonal.
the same direction, diagonal.
Keep the same direction all the way through.
And then you're gonna go into
Yeah.
your chassé.
Right. And the
In the
chassé
sachet-
also has to move.
Last step, you need to
Push forward,
up
not
and
up.
Hold the line,
Right.
and then get past me.
Right. I have to get past you there and to
not
the
with
left.
me. Yeah.
And then we were saying in the spin turn
Yeah.
that I was throwing that arm out too fast
Yeah.
or something.
You need
Right?
to hold the
It's going to be,
partner and
yeah.
then move.
Then too much, it's too sharp, and it breaks the whole waltz idea, right?
Because you're doing this.
Yeah. It's
or
like
you're doing
Olay or something, yeah.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Next.
then you go here, hands go in and out,
Yeah.
not any kind of circle here.
Okay.
Yeah? And then you
Make
go
that
into
different.
here, and then you're gonna go into your grapevine.
Right now, the grapevine, we said, is no good because it's like a march right now. You have to hold the
You have
two.
to hold your two.
The two has to hold. That's the
So
main
if
thing.
I go 1 and
2, 3.
1 and 2, 3.
And
Then
now
you have your chassé.
I have, yes, I have to chassé, push off the foot like usual.
Back, and now you need to
Big
start
frame.
rounding.
Well-
1, 2, 3 through your back, not through hands. Looks completely different.
Yes,
Back rotates, collects, closes,
and big frame.
and goes forward.
And even before on that step after the chassé, I have to go forward. I'm cutting you off too much and it makes the step too small and it
Can't
shocks you.
travel like this.
Yeah, I'm shocking you and we're bumping into each other. I have to create more space and go forward and still grow into that step.
Because the girl is backwards. I'm following because we are not connected. If you dance a big shape, I follow your
Yes,
shape. I can follow it.
yes.
If you dance a small shape, I have nothing to
Right, so I
follow.
have the big shape and go forward.
Yeah.
And, okay, and I have to keep a big
And
shape
go
coming out of that.
forward and then turn. So I can follow
Yes.
your curve. Now you're cutting me off.
All right, the next step is the same thing. The next step is I have to get past, and I have to stretch coming out and not fall out of it. The two,
Fall out.
so
2, 3.
the head is not here, there, back. It has to still be forward.
On the forward.
And I'm stretching my rib, and stretching my rib, and the same as with the twinkle, because it is kind of a twinkle.
Yeah.
And I can't, stretch and stretch and head forward, but you're holding yourself back with your with your foot in your ankles
Yeah.
and your butt,
Your hip-
basically, and your
hip
hip.
is helping you back.
And that's how you got to do those.
Yeah.
And then everywhere, it's the same thing, and the
Everywhere is
rest,
the same thing. And it's not
keeping,
you shape with your body. You're starting to learn how to shape a little bit with your body. Like it's not the hands that do the shaping only. It's not here. You don't drive a car.
Yes.
You need to drive your body into
Right.
that shape. And there you go.
and
That's the silver.
everywhere also I've noticed in this, every step, there has to be a two, a holding two.
Absolutely.
Like it can't just be 1, 2, 3. Every step has to be, even the little in transition steps, 1, 2, 3. Right? Every single one, you have to have that, otherwise it does not look like a
Yeah,
waltz.
Absolutely, 100%.
So that was a lot, really. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's